Oh, we never started.
No, you start.
Hello, my name is Roland.
And I'm Charlie.
Today we'll be answering question 3 about our audience feedback, and we have some audience members here to tell us or ask us a few questions about our creative process during construction.
You see, son, I don't like dubstep, but I'll make an exception for your video, because I think it's quite good. You see, now the conventions of dubstep often use strobe lighting. Why did you not do this?
We didn't necessarily use strobe lights, but for one of the shots was on the bridge, where there was a lot of lights there anyway, so when we filmed it, there was a lot of lights that came out bright. So there's an editing transition we use called flash. We sort of enhanced the lights and made the lights even brighter. So it kind of did give it a sort of dubstep effect of strobe lighting, but not necessarily strobe lights. That's why we didn't use like strobe lights to the extreme how other dubstep tunes sort of use at the same time.
Yo, GG.
Yo.
Listen, fam, I got a question for you, innit?
Ask him.
You know, dubstep, yeah, has a lot of beats, innit? Your song has a lot of beats.
Lot of beats?
Are you gonna cut on the beat? Or are you gonna leave it and keep the song running? That's what I wanna know, innit?
Man like.
Man, like.
Hey.
Road, man.
Bro, man.
E9.
In response to that question, yes, dubstep does have a lot of beats, and what we did, we tried, and I think we were successful in editing on the beat. We tried to get most of it on the beat as well. Some of it we let it flow because it was kind of too, but most of it we did sort of make love to the beat and edit it on the beat. So it was sort of, you know, thumbs up to, yeah, we did edit on the beat.
What kind of mood was you hoping to create?
So the movie I was trying to create was, again, like Brolin's group, wanted to link the visuals to the lyrics. So the idea of going down the road and leaving something behind, we wanted to get across. So we wanted a happy movie. We wanted people to feel overjoyed almost at the fact that he'd finally gone on this journey. And because we had an old man at the beginning, it felt like maybe it had been a long time coming. So maybe a sense of relief, and almost at the end, we wanted this bittersweet moment, or a sense of sadness, or, you know, annoyance. Why didn't he go? Because, you know, he has his opportunity, and we want to get that across, that this is his opportunity to leave, and he doesn't.
So the mood we were trying to create was sort of linking back to Andrew Goodwin's theory. We wanted to link the lyrics to the video. So the mood that we wanted to create was, because the track was about heartbreak and sort of moving on, moving forward. We wanted the audience to sort of sympathise with Rosie's character, as we showed her to be like the loyal, loving, dedicated girlfriend, whereas Kyle, the boyfriend, was sort of the cheater, the player, someone who you were looking at and think, why is he doing this? Someone so nice. So
in a sense, we also wanted the audience to sympathise with Kyle's character as well throughout. We had shots of close-up shots of his face looking quite heartbroken. For example, the players in this setting will watch the video and think to themselves, "Wow."
no, it's like getting caught cheating, you know?
Yeah.
Like getting caught cheating, but it wasn't maybe you might sympathise, but for me, I thought it's more like those shots sort of made us feel like good, like you shouldn't have done it, like it's his regret. So now he's regretting it. We shouldn't have sympathised with his regret because he shouldn't have done it in the first place. But it's sort of like, you missed out on a good opportunity, you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Yeah. But maybe you sort of sympathise, I sort of got it the other way.
Both views.
Right, Governor? Your original idea was Street Fighter. What made you change your mind?
We didn't choose to go on with this idea as it's proved too difficult. Like the green screen would be too difficult to put as a backdrop, and plus we didn't really have the budget to be doing that kind
That
of.
was sort of made the budget.
Yeah.
Otherwise it would have looked really tacky
Really.
and something just corny and not worthy of being on the work.
Because we even done 3 test shots and the whole backdrop seemed to look a bit flaky. And
Yeah, it was more. The green screen when we put the game onto the green screen and people, well, the test shot we done,
Yeah.
it became pixelated. So that's why we just sort of scrapped that whole idea and refreshed and wrote something new. Good video. But one question. What is the purpose of the old man and the young man?
So the old man was supposed to symbolize, obviously, the young man growing up and in a future and in a life where he's unhappy, trying to get that across through similar costumes. Probably could have been done better. Looking back on it, we probably could have not changed the lighting because I think that detracted from the costumes they were both wearing. But yeah, the old man was there as a sense of, you know, someone trapped and someone who had lost a sense of future and hope in their lives. And whilst the young man was there to symbolize hope, symbolize a journey, symbolize escape from his wife and from the life he's living. And it was there the young man was there to symbolize a chance for him to leave that he doesn't end up taking, but that's his opportunity.
Breakbeat don't have many conventions, but will that allow you to be more creative? Or does that limit your creative process?
So at the start, it kind of did limit us a little bit. We found that, you know, when you're looking up breakbeat and you're trying to do a lot of research on it, and you realise that every video is quite different. Even if you look at the band C2C, one of their songs is black and white, it's gospel, it's all set in one location, and another song, Delta, it's a cartoon, it's animated, and it's about this big adventure. So it was quite hard at the beginning, but over time, especially when we started creating and started filming, we realised that you know, not being limited by conventions and not having to think about are we challenging or not allowed us to kind of do what we want. And we had creative reins to be, you know, wacky and out there and do something different and unique with the video because it really links to the song.
What style of video are you going to do?
So we chose to use concept. At the start, we kind of thought about a narrative and maybe performance, but we decided to go down the route more of concept because we thought we had artistic license to be as creative as we wanted. So we wanted some creative links and to just explore and have fun with the video. And we thought that maybe a narrative might hold us back in that respect. And it's more of a combination because we did use some performance, maybe not singing, but especially dancing. There was performance to the camera, which we didn't put in straight away, but we did in the end. So really we covered a whole spectrum.
We went for performance and narrative because at first it was meant to be sort of like a concept, a parody, like nothing to do with the lyrics whatsoever. That's where the whole idea of the green screen came across. But then, yeah, again, like, because the green screen didn't really work out too well, we just chose performance and narrative. So we used the lyrics to have a performance to it, and the other bits where there's no lyrics, like the dubstep, we can have sort of a narrative there just to tell a story of why. So again, linking to the Andrew Goodwin theory, we had to link the lyrics to the video. So I guess that's why we chose performance and narrative. Squad, sleep. You could be more wacky, using surreal moments and animations. Why didn't you use those?
Okay, well, I think we were quite creative in the way that, you know, we explored different locations, we tried different shots and different transitions and things. But, you know, we did look at things, we did get audience feedback about, you know, maybe using some animation or green screen. And, you know, the green screen, we realised it gives quite a grainy effect. It's not that clear. So we wanted to keep it quite professional looking. And we don't really have the budget to be kind of doing all these different things and trying out different editing techniques and camera shots. So we chose to be creative in the way that we use location, but to not use too many editing techniques and to just keep it simple but effective. Howdy, partner. Are you going to match the lyrics to the visuals? Or are you going to try and be more creative? You see, dubstep allows that.
Yeah, dubstep does allow us to be more creative because of the sort of wacky beats and rhythm. So yeah, You know, it kind of links to a lot of things actually. We were planning on using the green screen to add in Street Fighter, make it a bit like a parody kind of thing, but then when filming test shots the green screen, that didn't really come across real nice, so our creativeness was slightly limited because we were kind of sort of going to be reliant on the green screen to make it sort of like different areas, wacky, lots of lights and that, using strobe lights and conventional dubstep. But I guess editing allowed us to be more creative, I think.
Hey baby, you had a different amount of songs to choose from. What made you choose the song you chose?
I relish challenge, especially how me and my cohort last year, me and Charlie, we done A Guide to Kill, and how everyone else was doing horror movies, we decided to do a thriller, which was more challenging. Yeah. Charlie, my colleague. Yeah, it was more challenging. So I guess the challenge, you know, of doing something that's not easy, of having a track that allows you to do weird things compared to other basic tracks. So I guess, yeah, it was more about the challenge rather than the actual track itself. So I guess that's why we chose that track.
I chose C2C and Down the Road because I was listening to all these songs and I was thinking, yeah, I like it. I like this song and I like that song. But then I heard this one and it kind of stood out to me quite a lot. The beats, it was a very different, unique kind of track. And I just knew straight away that was the song I wanted. It was that True Love, you know? I just felt it, I felt a connection. So I picked it. I like to do stuff that, you know, is different and you know, challenges me and makes me work hard for it. Because if I take a normal song that everybody's heard and do something like being a teenager growing up, you know, it's not hard enough and it doesn't make me feel passionate enough. So doing something different and trying to work around a song that nobody's ever heard of and not really anybody's really understands, no breakbeat, was really interesting and made it a lot better for me.
Howdy, partner. How are your lyrics significant to your video?
So lyrics such as Down the Road, I Go, we obviously use the idea of a journey, he's leaving, he's moving on. He also says the words darling and baby, so we put in a relationship there, a sense of love and affection. So, you know, the journey aspect links to the goodbye, you know, he's saying goodbye, he's leaving somebody behind. So obviously our whole video is based around what's being said in the lyrics and you know, it all has a shape and a structure to it.
As the music went back to Western
And how did you want to signify that change?
Okay, so when the music returned back to this kind of western-y feel, we signified that by bringing it back to the old man. We liked the idea of the music at the beginning, the western music at the beginning, linking to the old man with the breakbeat and the fun and the techno style linking to the young man. So when it returns to the western style music, we return to the old man's life and almost reality. So that's what that symbolized and that's how we got that across.